Hey, welcome to my new show. Hey, listen, this is a new blog that I'm doing right now, and it's going to be geared towards politics and just local events that are going on. And I'm going to try and do it daily, and I'm also going to try and keep it at 5 minutes. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about. The last couple of days, there's been a lot going on in the news, right? Oh, by the way, see my Obama hat? Know who I vote for, right? And who's going to be the next president of the United States? Everybody, wait for it, Hillary! La 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 la! Hillary Clinton's going to be the next president, 2016. Be there to vote. Okay, so let's talk about a few things. Okay, Voting Rights Act. Let's talk about what the Supreme Court did to the Voting Rights Act. Them bitches gutted it, okay? They don't want brothers to vote. They don't want the elderly to vote. They don't want poor people to vote. They don't want students to vote. You know, they just want themselves to vote, okay? Clarence, Uncle Tom Thomas. Hey, FYI, Clarence Thomas, come here. Let me tell you something. You're black, dude. Okay, you're black, and you even sit in the photos that the Supreme Court justices take like a black dude. Okay, you're black. Okay, so I just want to let you know you need to start voting. You know, on the other side, because history's not going to look kindly on you, man. Okay, and black people already don't either. Okay, in the Black History books, another 50 years, Clarence Thomas won't even be in there, dude. He won't even be in the index. Okay. So, let's talk about DOMA and Proposition 8, okay? Go on! No more DOMA, no more Proposition 8 in California. Congratulations to my gay and lesbian friends out there in California and across the country. Because you know what? It's going to have sweeping effects across the country, okay? They should be able to get married. They should be able to visit their loved ones if they're sick in the hospital. They should be able to get tax exemptions, you know, if they're married. And they should be able to get divorced too, by the way, okay? So, for all my gay and lesbian friends out there, congratulations! A big hook 'em horns to you! Okay. Let's talk about Trayvon Martin Case. I'm actually watching it right now. It's on the television. And what recently happened was his friend, the girl who he was talking to on the phone just before he died, she was on the witness stand. Not a very credible witness. She got very, very defensive. That is one thing that you don't do when you're on the witness stand. You don't become defensive. Because if you become defensive, then you get riled up. If you get riled up, they start going at you even harder, and they can make you look like a not credible witness, and that's what she did. She got frustrated, and it was very cringeworthy, I must say. Okay, but I still think George Zimmerman's going to jail for a very long time because he shot that kid in cold blood, and he knows he did it. Okay, so abortion rights in Texas. The Republicans in Texas tried to cheat and lie their way into making the most restrictive abortion, anti-abortion rules in the country. And the people won. The people won. Okay? We had a filibuster that went on for over 10 hours. Okay? This Representative Wendy something or other, she was up there on the podium for 10 hours. And the Republicans, on a procedural matter, they stopped her filibuster because they said that she actually changed the subject, which is a rule in Texas that you have to stay on topic. And they tried to say that she started referring back to something else, and so they tried to stop her filibuster. The Democrats quickly appealed that decision, and then when that appeal process ran out, the people took over, and they were in the gallery above, and they all started yelling, and they all started screaming, and then they couldn't get order, so they couldn't take a vote. And by the time order was restored, it was midnight, and they're like, oh, fuck, we didn't vote yet. So they went, and they tried to hit their little buttons and everything so they can do a quick little vote under the radar, but guess what? Those buttons, they have timers on them. It's a clock that says what time you push your button, and all of those little buttons were pushed after midnight, 12:03 a.m. to be exact. So guess what? You lost! But they didn't say that they lost until like 3 o'clock in the morning, because Republicans are stupid, and they refuse to acknowledge when they lose, and they lost. Okay, so last thing we're going to talk about, Paula Deen, okay? I just want to say one thing about Paula Deen. Leave Miss Paula alone. I like Paula Deen. I don't think she has a racist bone in her body. I think she's a victim of her environment and how she grew up, okay? Me being from the South, I know I have a lot of friends that have done that before, and they're not racist, they're just stupid, okay? It's your own fault, people. When you vote Republican and you watch faux news, you know, and they start telling you that you can't be, it's okay to not be PC anymore, don't be surprised if this is what happens when you're not PC. Okay, so you want to test me? Go to your job tomorrow and try and not be PC and see if you have your job next week, okay? So, Paula Deen, leave her alone. There was a ton of black folks in line at her restaurant yesterday, by the way, to show their support. Because we know racism when we see it. And that wasn't racism, okay? So, leave Miss Paula alone. So guess what? 5 minutes and 7 seconds. Thank you people for listening to my blog. And I'm going to be around and I'm going to do other blogs and everything. And I'm going to come up with a name for it the next time. So, until then, I'm going to sign off and say thank you for listening. And tomorrow, we're going to talk about what's in the news, okay? So, until then, la 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 la.